welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy and I'm so happy to have you here today. This is the card that we are creating and isn't it gorgeous? I absolutely love the colours in this card. The supplies needed for this are the Dressed to Impress bundle and you can find this in the mini catalogue. We're also using the Best Dressed Designer Series paper as part of this card. This is part of the suite that's all together. Inks, we have Petal Pink, Lovely Lipstick, Crushed Curry and Old Olive. We're also using the Versamark ink, the Embossing Buddy, the Gold Embossing Powder and the Heat Tool. We have the Label Me Lovely Punch and also the Petal Pink Metallic Edge Ribbon. So this one that's really pretty. It's part of the Parisian Blossoms suite. We have the Aqua Painter, the Dark Petal Pink Stamping Blend. Embellishments we're using today are metallic pearls and we're also using these gorgeous pearlized doilies. So these ones here, you can find these in the annual catalogue. I have my card kit here all ready to go and you can find all the measurements and supplies over my blog. There is a link to that blog post in the description of this video. There's also a link to my online store if you would like to purchase Stampin' Up products to make this card or to make any other card or project. You can do so in my online store. Use the hostess code for this month and I'll send you a bundle tutorial. This is an amazing tutorial. Each month it's different. They are PDF printable tutorials with full colour photos, all the measurements, all the instructions, everything's there for you. You also receive a handmade card or project from me that I'll send to you. And for every $50 that you spend, you'll earn yourself some Inky rewards, which will earn you some free product once you reach 10 Inky stamps. Okay, so we have Crushed Curry card base, and I've already folded, or actually I've scored it. I'm going to fold it now and burnish that card base. The matting is also in Crushed Curry, and isn't this just absolutely gorgeous together? I think these just absolutely pop. So we have a piece of the Designer Series paper from the Best Dressed. We also have a piece of Petal Pink and Whisper White for our sentiment pieces and our little flowers. I'm going to start with our heat embossing of these 3 sets of flowers. I'm going to bring in the Embossing Buddy and just run that over the Petal Pink cardstock. And we've got that flower stamp. Now there's actually 2 flowers on this stamp, but there's 2 separate flower stamps in the stamp set. Let me bring that in and show you. So there's a single one here and also the double. We're using this one in the double stamp. So I'm going to ink this up 3 times. And we're going to heat emboss with gold embossing powder. Now because it's actually being embossed, we're going to do watercolouring on it as well, using the Aqua Painter and the inks. Gives it a really nice light effect. Just going to heat up the heat tool and then melt that powder. That is so pretty with that gold embossing. I'm going to bring the Aqua Painter in and we're just going to colour in with the Petal Pink, and I'm going to colour in a couple of different ways. Let me just add a little bit more ink to that lid. Now 2 flowers I want to do in the small flower with the petal pink. So let's do those two. And then I'm going to do one large one on the other. So I'm not doing anything really exciting. I'm doing it quite quick, quite easy. I'm not here to make anything hard. Then we're going to bring in that lovely lipstick ink. And we're going to do the other flowers. So there'll be two large in the lovely lipstick. And one small. And you can do some parts of it dark, then a little bit lighter. I like the look where it's not all uniformed because no flower is ever exactly all the way through the same colour. I'm cleaning my aqua painter off each time. But let's bring in the old olive, and we're just going to use the old olive for all those little leaves. So this has been really quick, very easy. This would be really great in a class. Okay, so we've got those three images ready to go. We can die cut that in a minute, but I'm going to leave it to dry. So let's move it over to the side. I'm going to bring in my Crush Curry card base and also bring that stamp back in with the Crush Curry, and we're just going to randomly stamp all the way around this card base. And I'm just moving my stamp around. Okay, let's do one there as well. That looks good. And our sentiment is the last little bit that we're going to stamp. And in that stamp set, there are 3 water wash looking stamps. I'm using the middle ones, this one just here. I'm going to ink that up in the Crush Curry, and I'm just going to stamp that off twice and then stamp down the 3rd time. I want it to be quite light. I don't want it to be a really dark colour. Then I'm going to bring in that sentiment with the lovely lipstick ink, and I'm just going to ink that one up over the top. So cute. And this one's going to be punched out with that Label Me Lovely punch. And I'm going to need a Post-it note just to hang on to that cardstock. I'm just going to line that up in the middle. Now our 3 images should be dry enough now. Let me get out that die. So there's 2 dies, one that cuts these out. I'm going to cut these out and I'll be back in just a second. So I have 3 of those flower images right popped down. The next thing we're going to work on is our pearlized doily. I'm just going to grab one of these out. I'm going to turn it over to the other side. So one side is pearlized and the other side we can colour. I'm going to bring the dark stamping blend in, and I'm just going to use the thick brush tip end and just colour in down to this point here. I'm right to start building up the card. So I'm going to just use some liquid glue to pop the designer series paper down onto our card front. And this is going to go over the edge of this because it covers the whole card base. Yeah. And we're going to work on this one, and before we can pop that down, I'm going to pop the ribbon that's behind there. So I'm just going to create a few little loops. I might just add a bit of tear and tape to the back there now, and we'll be able to attach that straight down into the tear and tape. So just creating a few little loops on the side. And those two little strips of tear and tape really do hold it down well. I'm going to stick another couple of tear and tape strips down. And this is a double purpose. It holds the ribbon down in place, but it's also going to attach the pearlized doily to it as well. And let's pop this one up with some dimensionals. Let's pop some dimensionals on the back of our flowers. And I think this one I coloured in with the dark, but I think I might have used the light on my sample. The light petal pink blend. Unless this continues to lighten, maybe, I don't know. So we're going to stick these 3 flowers down. I'm going to use the one with the larger petal pink one on the end here. So that's this one here. Gonna pop that there. And this one down the bottom. We're going to pop this one straight to the card base. Lots of dimension, lots of fun. Lastly, I'm just going to bring in those metallic pearls, and they really just top this whole card off. Oh, there's one. So I'm just going to pop 3 down on the card. That's today's card. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you left me a comment. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do that as well. And I'll be back very soon with another great tutorial video for you. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.